Welcome to day 4 in the 30 days to a complete screenplay screenwriting sprint. Today's task is we are going to use note cards, and this is an old screenwriter's trick. And basically the way it works is that you're going to get 40 note cards, and that's going to plot out your whole movie. Now, is it an exact science? No, it's ridiculous. You know, you could take a movie like 12 Angry Men, might be 20 cards. A movie like Fight Club might be 200 cards, but in general, a good average might be 40 cards, 10 in Act 1, 20 in Act 2, that's the conflict, it's the longer, and 10 in Act 3. What you're going to do with these cards is you're going to basically write at the top what the scene, the point of the scene is, and maybe write any details you want on the card, or you can just keep it at the top, keep it simple. You can write on the card, this is the point, this is where we're going to meet our antagonist, this is that moment. Maybe they're color coded too. Let's say you get an action scene, you could color code the card. Some people do that. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to plot out your screenplay. What you're going to see, what's great about this method is that by using the index cards, and you can flip them, so you don't need to know the order of your story yet, right? You just can flip them around, reorder them as possible. Some people will put them up on a big cork board somewhere. Some people will lay them on a table and just move them around and reorder their story. And what I find when I do it is that I know the antagonist is going to show up. So by doing this process, I know, I need a scene here where we meet our antagonist, and we need a scene here where our character has to get from A to B, right? So it starts to fill in the blanks of the scenes that you need and what is going to happen in the story. So let's just do this right now. We're just going to fill these out, and then later on you can reorder them. Now, by the way, all the software, any screenplay software, which you got to get, I recommend Scrivener or Final Draft as my favorites. But Writer Duet is pretty good too. But what you're going to do is all of them will have the corkboard and the index cards in digital form. If you're really done with paper, you can do the digital one if you need to, but I don't know. For the most part, I'm done with paper, but the one place I like the paper better is I just like index cards. The tactile feel of being able to flip them just is better for me than organizing them on a computer. Look for it in your software. You will see a place where you can do index cards and do the same process and just sort of, move them around. Let's do it. Let's do it right now, okay? So first thing I might do is just any scenes I just know. There's always these scenes that you can envision that you've just maybe been envisioning since you started this project or thought about this project. Just write those down, because those are going to be the easy pickings. Those are the ones where you just know that you need them. And then now, some of those, I know that I'm going to have this big set piece somewhere in the middle, action set piece, that is going to change the course of the story. Now, maybe that needs a setup scene, so that's another card. We can write that setup scene there. We're going to have our opening image, which is going to be really important. We'll talk about that later. You might even have a B story, right? So that you could even color code these cards if you can buy some that are yellow, blue, red, right? And maybe put all the blue cards are on your A story, and the red cards on your B story. A B story might be like a love interest, the introduction of a love interest, or a subplot, and that subplot may actually be a way of introducing the theme in some way. You're going to put in your main plot points: the inciting incident, the plot point 1, the lock in, the all is lost moment, the midpoint. These are the plot points that you're going to need along the way. Maybe now take a couple figure that there's 3 obstacles in Act 1 that we're going to need, and we're going to have our hero face. And maybe they fail one of these challenges. And just whatever you see, write them down on the cards, and then order them as you see fit. We also have to follow brainstorming rules when we do this, right? So which is every idea, no idea can be too dumb in this phase, right? So that's the brainstorming rules, is every idea. That's why you bought a pack of 100, not a pack of 40. They don't make them in a pack of 40, but bought a pack of 100 because you can waste and have 60 dumb ideas in here very easy without having to go back to the store and get another 100 pack. Throw out every idea you can think of. Push yourself to be weird here. This is a good place to go with the weird ideas and push yourself off in weird directions that you wouldn't think, because the cards can very easily be written down and removed. In the midway, Santa Claus shows up and gives them magic weapons. Narnia kept that one. Should have thrown it away, probably, but they kept it. If you want more ideas on how to structure your story, check out this video on 3-act structure. We'll see you tomorrow for day 5. We're going to create an outline.